Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Erie Shores Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. April 18th, in the midst of a snowstorm here in Ohio. Trigger word, climate change. Can you believe this crap? We got about a quarter-inch already sticking on the ground. More to come. I just came back from the post office and it is slick. Today was supposed to be moving day for our baby chicks that are quickly outgrowing their containers, and going to go into the Fort Knox of chicken coops, but I can't move them in this type of weather and lock them in the chicken coop and let them stay there. So we'll probably wait till Wednesday when it's supposed to be 7 degrees. Climate change, trigger word. Another trigger word is what's going on in the Korean Peninsula that everybody should sit up and pay attention to. North Korea just launched a new ballistic warhead capable of carrying 4 nuclear warheads. Pay attention to that. That is going to escalate the nuclear arms race on the Korean Peninsula. And what's the response from this weak, ineffective White House? Zero. Nothing. Not a zilch. Anthony Blinken is so far above his head that he doesn't even have a clue as to what's going on. They are allowing North Korea to continue on with their nuclear arms, and they are going to force South Korea and Japan to enter into the nuclear arms race if this continues. Another trigger word coming up for you weak-minded liberal people. Get ready, trigger word, 3, 2, 1, guns. That's right, guns and ammo. Taiwan has done 2 things never before seen or done. First off, they issued a 25-page survival manual to their Taiwanese public. All their citizens received a manual on how to survive and thrive and get through an attack by China. That's right. They put in there a 25-page manual on how to stock and store food, which they should be loading up on right now. Trigger word, liberals, 3, 2, 1. They are also urged to buy guns, ammo, and learn how to safely and properly use them. Also, anyone with prior military experience is urged to train their fellow citizens on how to repel and defend the Taiwanese homeland in case China decides to invade. How about that, folks? How about that? Their government cares more about their people than this government does, who is flooding America with undocumented illegal immigrants who we don't even know who they are. And the numbers come out in March, 217,000 illegal immigrants and encounters across the Texas border. Think about that. The second thing, getting back to Taiwan, they are also taught on how to store and sanitize water for their consumption. So the Taiwanese government is urging their people to stock up on food, learn prepping techniques, learn how to safely use guns and ammo. Trigger word for you liberals, you delicate little daisies. And how to store and secure water. The second thing the Taiwanese government did was they conducted a mock air raid by the Taiwanese military air force using F-16s, seemingly destroying a town through a bomber attack and everything else. That occurred at 5 a.m., frightening the residents. If you want to see more, go to Crux TV. The other channel I want you to take a look at, if you're interested at all, the sun has been shooting off CMEs, coronal mass ejections, left and right, Some of them are quite big, and had they hit Earth, we would be not talking right now, but we'd be in caveman style living. Suspicious Observer is a very good channel to look at and watch and monitor. He gets into the solar flares, the EMPs, and everything else in that. But with this tiny brain of mine, he starts going into other things that are way above my head, so I pass on that. But if you're interested in what's happening with our sun, we are coming into an active time in an active region. I urge you to do that. Another channel I found that has a very interesting documentary is Journeyman TV, about the Ukrainian women soldiers and snipers currently fighting the Russians. Very interesting. It's a 25-minute long documentary, and these women are actually very effective, deadly soldiers fighting against the Russians and the invaders. Speaking of Russia, Ukraine, YouTube has issued another rules of censorship. So we are having to walk a tightrope here. We cannot go off script, or else we will be issued a strike and or removed from YouTube and or demonetized. That's how serious these people are about censorship. You have to follow the propaganda news networks and not ad-lib anything deemed wrong information. So we are going to refrain talking about Ukraine in general, but the war is still going on. People, lives are being lost, and it is a tragic situation. But going inside now, we're in the midst of a snowstorm here. Welcome to Erie Shores Prepping. No chicken move today. Get yourself right with God. Get baptized. I would recommend doing it indoors. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Greg out.